Saturday Night Live is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Now, we all know it launched legends like Eddie Murphy, Will Ferrell, and Kristen Wiig. But did you know some of Hollywood's biggest stars also got their start on SNL? Page 6 is breaking down the most surprising names who once graced the iconic sketch show. First up, Iron Man himself, Robert Downey Jr. Before he was suiting up as Tony Stark, RDJ was actually a cast member in SNL's infamous 1985 to 86 season. But here's the kicker. It's widely considered one of the worst seasons in the show's history. RDJ's comedic chops didn't quite land, and he was let go after just one season, but it's safe to say he rebounded pretty well. Next, the hilarious Sarah Silverman. She was hired as a writer and featured player in the early 90s, but barely got any screen time. In fact, she was let go after just one season via fax, remember those? But she went on to become one of the most successful comedians in the biz. Elaine from Seinfeld, yup, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was on SNL in the early 80s, but the behind-the-scenes culture wasn't exactly welcoming to women at the time. She later admitted she didn't have the best experience, but leaving SNL led her straight to Seinfeld and an Emmy-winning career. Damon Wayans is a comedy icon, but his time on SNL was complicated. He was a cast member in the mid-80s, but got fired mid-season after going off script in a sketch. But hey, sometimes getting fired is the best thing that can happen. He went on to create In Living Color, which launched the careers of even more comedy greats. Jenny Slate's SNL moment is unforgettable, but not for the best reason. During her debut episode in 2009, she accidentally dropped an F-bomb live on air. Though the slip-up was unintentional, she only lasted one season, but she went on to star in shows like Bob's Burgers and films like It Ends With Us, proving she didn't need SNL to shine. And last but not least, Joan Cusack. Before she became one of Hollywood's most beloved character actresses, she was an SNL cast member in 1985. Just like RDJ, she was part of that doomed season and got cut when the show was revamped. But we all know she was destined for the big screen. So even if SNL doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. Some of the biggest stars in Hollywood had their first shot on the show, and some were better off moving on.